3v3 Wrath of Baal. Or is it Baal? It's certainly one of those. On the blue team, we've got zeetorq as a Chaos Sorcerer offensive and Disruptive Commander, lots of great manipulation and control abilities. Some powerful offense too. Begins in melee combat, and this is the Thousand Suns Elite Scheme recolored. Oh, those heretics, there they are with their hoods. Alongside Angry Bird as a Techmarine, starts off range combat, puts out some good damage, can also support with structures and repair, and wade into melee as well. Looks like this is Angry Bird's first time on this map from the look of the chat. Rounding off the blue team, Ser Topi as a Warp Spider Exarch, teleport commander that fights range combat by default. Lots of great capping and harassing with some awesome control abilities too. Over on the red team, this is DarkHero as a Force Commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Perhaps an Italian going from his badge. And he's on that west side against the Warp Spider Exarch. Alongside Floid is a Ravener Alpha, a tunneling commander with really good mobility and offense, can also support and begins in ranged combat. Should be able to push through against that Techmarine, get the Hormagaunts on him so he's not using that very powerful bolter, and then shoot up the scouts. But the Ravener Alpha has been forced off. Angry Bird might be able to get through here and get that contested VP, but rounding off the red team, the great Cornholio is a Plague Champion, starts off range combat with the damage of a time bolter, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair, but is very slow. And we have a Chaos Mirror on the east side. Cornholio doubling back to protect his power, but it's been decapped here by zeetorq. Cornholio did grab that eastern contested power point though, to try and node that if he can. We see double heretics from zeetorq and double CSM from Cornholio. So I think zeetorq should try and grab the Sword of Flame to try and make those heretics a little bit more dangerous with the Coruscating Flame buff. A little bit more durable as well, of course, and Cornholio can take his natural power back. zeetorq is not off the field though, he's just backing away there. He could turn around and start harassing those CSMs. Shotgun blast from Angry Bird. These guys getting really low, but they do get away, and looks like Floid is going to be able to push through and at least take a look at this power, if not bash it, because the Techmarine is very close to running away. Floid with triple termagants, we could see a pretty nasty ranged build in tier 2 when he starts getting synapses up and stuff. Tactical Marines off the field, and Angry Bird making a mistake I think and building a power generator that might go down immediately. Meanwhile, west side, DarkHero pushing through, has a power sword up against Ser Topi, who has Howling Banshees and a Shuriken, try and control that Force Commander. And this map has some narrow areas, so you can do some good stuff as setup teams, and Banshees can catch stuff coming around corners and all sorts of evil Banshee stuff. But that generator did go down from the looks of it. Double Tactical Marines for Angry Bird, can use that durability to try and push through now. Where is the Techmarine though? He's still at base. Meanwhile, east side, oh, zeetorq has taken that eastern power, but still no node on it. Raptors are on the field, so we might see a melee Plague Champion in response. There's the first sign of them for Great Cornholio. They didn't actually hit the suppression on the jump, but they're chasing down. Ouch, that was a nasty Doom Bolts. They are chasing down the Plague Champion. He's gone for Blight Grenades in direct response to double melee heretics, I guess. And because of those narrow areas, he might catch double heretics unawares and do some really nasty things with the Blight Grenade. You saw what it did right there. Didn't even hit it perfectly, and he got those two heretics down really low. His own heretics coming in, Cornholio with an aspiring champion, forcing off the Raptors, who will retreat out. Didn't get a model though, unfortunately for him, and now forces off the Sorcerer. Might be able to finish him off in retreat. Got pretty close. A Doom Blast might have done it a little bit earlier there. Yeah, he tried the Doom Blast, but unfortunately it exploded. A heretic too far away to make a difference. A tunnel going to be shot down. Not the best map for Ravener tunnels, I don't think, since they're going to be spotted quite easily, since there's these kind of narrow-ish corridors. This map it's either exactly the same point layout or very, very close to Judgment of Carrion, just a different structure. Quite a cool map though, I think. 437 to 459. It's a double cap for blue, and poor little Dire Avengers are retreating through the wrong way, and they are wiped out on retreat by a grenade. Nicely done from DarkHero there. Ser Topi with double shurikens. Now trying to take down a power node. And here's Cornholio. Has the solid double CSM into Noise Marines he's gone for. So he doesn't have anything specific for the Raptors apart from, of course, his aspiring champion Heretics, who will put up a good fight, especially with Touch of Nurgle, of course, maybe flying around. Grenade Launcher Heretics, double Grenade Launcher Heretics, in fact, for zeetorq. That's in response to the double CSM. Will give him chain disruption and some good damage, as you can see there. Dropping a model to CSM. What's going on mid? Tyranids pushing against the double tactical marines. Scouts getting very close to going down, and they do retreat out. Wow, look at the damage on those marines. Need to run away, I think. Hormagaunts are in there, and they do have their adrenal glands. You see them leaping into combat. Uh-oh, assault marines though, in your face. Tactical marines use that disruptor to turn and engage. That was a mistake. Ouch, drops 2 marines to the Hormagaunts, but can they get away? Looks like they can. Crippling poison up on the assault marines. Floyd doing a really good job there, splitting his termagants. If you noticed, he knew the jump was coming, and as a result, only one of the termagants was jumped. That was really good play from Floyd, quick thinking, and is able to force off the assault marines. Shuriken covering the power, which is fully populated with generators for Ser Topi. Assault marines jumping in and initiating. Banshees are there though. There's the washout, and there's still a Shuriken in play, keeping the rest of the things back. And that was a bad engagement for DarkHero. Did not approach well. I don't think he could have approached that well. I guess he could have jumped the back Shuriken, but otherwise that was a pretty difficult place to push against. Meanwhile, on the east side, Cornholio back at his power is being shot down by CSM and Grenade Launcher Heretics. That's good disruption from the barrage. Takes down another model. They are really getting hammered by those grenade launchers. That's painful. Oh, the Plague Champion's gone down on this east side as well. I didn't even see that. He's level 2 though. Done some good work with that Blight Grenade, I guess. Has the Sorcerer leveled? Yeah. And does have that Sword of Flame to help out the Raptors once they get into combat and stuff. Ravener behind the light cover of these storage crates. Angry Bird has the mid. No sign of any Techmarine structures. We might see a beacon in tier 2 perhaps, when the game naturally shifts focus to the contested VP, as is often the case on 3v3 maps. Everyone tier 2 then, or going tier 2, apart from DarkHero, who got Power Sword and Artificer, as well as double Shotgun Scouts and double Scout Sergeants and Assault Marines. Spent quite a lot of power in tier 1, and there's nothing wrong with that, of course. 437 to 381. Cornholio under a lot of pressure on this east side. Needs a bit of a hand, I think. But Floyd's got his own problems, being pushed back in the mid. It's a 2-to-1 cap here. Cornholio is into tier 2, so we could see a Blood Crusher. I think he should have gone for one. I don't think he realised he was that far ahead on tech against zeetorq. Could have had the Blood Crusher up pretty soon, I think. It's only 250 wreck now. Noise Marines using their Sonic Blaster to shut down the range weapon of the Exarch, and he does run away. Noise Marines lucky to get away with 2 models there. Look at this, really narrow approach. zeetorq working it well though, using that disruption from the grenade barrages, and these CSM having a torrid time. Now the Sorcerer tying them up as well. There's that Nurgle worship, but he does need a revive pretty badly. It's a Dreadnought on the way from Cornholio. It's a good choice. That autocannon versus this very blobbed up army could do some really nasty things. I do think that earlier Blood Crusher would have been cool though. Wow, CSM just about getting away. That was the Demonic Fury, I believe it's called, from the Raptors there you just saw. Touch of Nurgle Heretics. zeetorq spots it very quickly, which might save all 3 models here. Yes, and the Aspiring Champion lives. Heretics getting over just 3 models. There's a Blastmaster on the way for the Noise Marines. He wants to catch that big blob with a Blastmaster shot. And alongside that autocannon Dreadnought, that could be really nasty. We'll see. He's pegged back to his power for now. Looks like zeetorq is... No, he's not backing away from the look of the minimap. Tactical Marines getting smited and might go down in retreat. Down to 4 hit points is Banshee trying to chase. But a really good double shotgun blast and a grenade. In fact, a single shotgun blast And a grenade, I think it was. Nicely done from DarkHero. Gets away just about. Those tactical marines were very close to going down. I think they might have got away even if he didn't use a shotgun blast, but I'm not sure if those assault marines had the energy to jump for Angry Bird. Not sure if they did. We have some librarian up, as you saw from Angry Bird. Can use it to put Veil of Time on his assault marines, let them run around a bit quicker and bash stuff. But here's a Tyrant Guard, and Tyrant Guard in general is pretty bad news for assault marines. Really is bad news. It's got Barbed Strangler Warriors also out quite late to suppress the double tactical marines and that Techmarine himself, of course. So he's got a pretty decent army here, Floyd. Can he make it work though? Whoops, Exarch making a nuisance of himself in the mid. And a Wraith Lord is up. DarkHero needs to respond to that. Could get a Melter Bomb up, could get a Missile Launcher, could also, of course, get the Power Fist to help out. So he's got options from his existing units, but it might be worth just getting a Las Cannon going. Ravenant Alpha, we see a melee Ravenant Alpha here. And he's kitting him out with Acid Splatter, which is a power weapon with a piercing splash on it. We also have Reinforced Chitin, which is the thing that gives him immunity to knockback here, weapon knockback and domino knockback. And he's getting a Burrow Trap up, which could be cool. Ouch, Chains of Torment into the Dark Flames. Bad news for those heretics. And they are forced to retreat. Chaos Dreadnought is slowed down by something. Oh, it's Plague Marines up from zeetorq. Need to try and tie those guys up pretty quickly. Meanwhile, West Side looking pretty blue. In fact, they have... Is this a stolen power? Yeah. Stole these power gens, I think. That's not bad. What's DarkHero going to do here? Is he going to engage? He has the Missile Launcher and has a Melter Bomb. Is that going to be enough? I don't think it is. If the Wraith Lord sends itself into the Missile Launcher tactical marines, it's not going to be enough. They get a shot off, and a Wraith Lord is going to initiate here. Banshee's following behind. They don't have their Exarch though. There's the Melter Bomb. Is it going to be able to tie up the tactical marines? In fact, it doesn't need to. The Warpser Exarch with Power Blades is doing so. Autarch drop in now. Nicely done. Wow, really nice drop. Disrupted and stunned 3 entities, or 2 squads, and the Force Commander himself, and might take him down on retreats. Very close. Good engagement though for Ser Topi. What's going on each side? Good use of the Autarch drop. Slightly underutilized maybe in team games, the good old Autarch. Eldar have a lot of options in tier 2 though, of course. Stone Guard veterans up for Angry Bird. They have their Hellfire rounds loaded in to shoot up all these little Termagants, and Floyd has dropped one of his Termagant broods, so he's down to 2. Still more than enough to make an impact, of course. CSM trying to force melee combat on these heretics. We have Marco Zinch for one of them. Ouch. Wow. Did he lose a squad there? No, they both get away just about. That was a nasty little volley of grenades. Took out 2 CSM models. I thought he got a squad there. That would have been really bad. But they are able to just get away over there. Wraith Lord taking shots now. He's starting to pile up this damage. Needs repairs. There we go. Of course, he lost one of his Dire Avengers earlier to a nice retreat grenade. They're still happy to fight over these gens. DarkHero has taken it back, and he needs to suppress those tactical marines. The Shuriken is not firing at them. Autarch now moving in. She has that passive leap into combat, which does knockback, and now she's got her spear equipped, which is a near enough 65 DPS power melee weapon. Not to be messed with. She needs to be careful though. There's her heal on leap, which is now being used to counter-initiate Assault Marines, and here come Howling Banshees with their Exarch. They look pretty low on health though. What happened to them? Not sure. Assault Squad do get away just about. They do. That was close. 2 models of 65 hit points. Scout Squad using their shotgun blast pretty well. Some good engagements on this west side. Meanwhile, mid, Angry Bird has Floyd pushed back pretty damn far. And here was me saying he had a good army to fight Angry Bird. Angry Bird is doing really well. Melter Bomb and mark target on that Tyrant Guard. That is painful. That's from the Signum armor. Surprised we don't see the plasma gun yet. He could shoot down that Tyrant Guard pretty damn well with it. And of course these Barb Strangle Warriors if he's not suppressed by them. Yeah, it's going to be important to use that Wrath of Alpha well and tie up the right things. Usually he's probably going to want to tie up the Stone Guard veterans, but he might save that guy to go after Assault Marines after they jump in. He's got decisions to make in there. Blastmaster, oh, hitting a piece, an object there. Dreadnought is still around. Cornholio down to 1 generator over there. But they have the central VP now. Cornholio needs to get that power up and hold it for a length of time. Looks like he's getting a shrine in the middle, which is of course an awesome thing for his team. Can worship it with heretics and allow stuff to reinforce and all sorts of good things. Heal over time. Well, burst heals every few seconds, and it suppresses enemies, which is cool. Angry Bird is down to Stone Guard veterans, tactical marines, and fully upgraded assault squad. He's also got that Signum armor, and he's well into tier 3. But so is Floyd. Floyd can drop a nuke as well. Here comes some Terminators. Ouch. Wow, look at that range damage on the Wrath of Alpha. Up to 916 hit points. There's a burrow trap, and Angry Bird has no way to spot it. Light grenade throw from Cornholio, making things move if nothing else. And now he's retreating out. Is he? Where's the shrine? No sign of it yet. We still have that default Chaos Dreadnought too. 380 to 302. Librarian now for DarkHero. Wants to get a good smite off. Uh-oh, needs to be careful. Yeah, needs to retreat out. He spotted that stuff coming in just in time. If he got jumped by Angry Bird's Assault Marines, that would have been really bad because Banshees and stuff were in amongst. There is the shrine. Very centrally located. Far enough away from the VP to not be targeted easily, but close enough to make an impact on engagements. But now they are going for it. They, of course, don't know it's there yet, I don't think. 378 to 284. They need support in the mid. They're going to shoot down the shrine immediately, I think. Uh-oh. Trying formation on a massive blob of stuff. That's going to be nasty. Or at least would have been if everything didn't move. The tower's hitting some stuff. The Terminator squad with an assault cannon up. Really good nuke. And the shrine lives. A good nuke to disperse everything and force it off if nothing else. Wraithor coming in. He's outnumbered though, I think, Ser Topi. He's happy to fight here. Dreadnought now being tied up by that massive Ghostglaive sword. And the Warps for Exarch is in there as well. Cornholio very, very slow to move this thing out. He's not moving it out. He's going to lose it. Why did he not move it out? Was it snared by something? I don't think it was. That was very odd. Just left the Dreadnought there to die. Is he looking at something else? I think everything was here. That was a bit strange. The shrine does go down. Cornholio is into tier 3 though, but there's a Phobos already on the way for zeetorq. Wraithor's going to go down though. Multi-melter Dreadnought and a Melter Bomb will finish it off surely. No! Wow, a clutch save from zeetorq. Awesome stuff. Used his Warp Global to save it. This guy's level 4 with Icon of Tzeentch. And the Wraithlord lives. As you can see, there's currently a bug in that if you use the Warp Global on an allied unit, it warps them to their own hero and not the Sorcerer, which is what it should do. That should be fixed in the next update. You can also use it on enemy units, which is pretty broken and is certainly not intended, and you should not exploit that. Let's just make that clear. And there's a Nurgly nuke from Cornholio, and a pretty damn good one too. Took out a Marine, I think, and a whole bunch of Heretics and Raptors are going to retreat through it. That was a mistake. But they get away okay, I think. Yes, they do. 378 to 248. Really awesome save from zeetorq on that Wraithlord. 2-1 for blue. It's quite nicely poised though. We see a Phobos, we see a Swarm Lord, and Cornholio's next purchase is going to be really important. I would probably go for... I probably would have stayed tier 2 and got setup teams. But now that he is tier 3, I guess it's worth getting a Predator tank up. That was a really nice shot from that Blastmaster. Wow. Swarm Lord is in there, using his Leech Essence to drain health, shrugging off that Melter Bomb like it was nothing, and killing Assault Marines, and a Tyrant Guard is still around and doing work. Wow. Killed 2 Stone Guard veterans, I believe that was, on a single splash damage hit. And now look at the Terminators getting absolutely owned by a melee Ravener, Tyrant Guard, and that Swarm Lord. There is the Dirge Caster. It's not going to stop the Tyrant Guard and the Swarm Lord. Did those guys get in there? I think they did. With a slither of health on a single model, they did get inside the Phobos. Those Terminators are therefore saved. It's not going to regenerate their health though, so they are super, super low. Is Floyd happy to just lose his Tyrant Guard here and chase it in? Looks like he's trying to get it away. Tunnel formation goes off. Doesn't achieve a whole lot. He looks like he is trying to get that Tyrant Guard out of there to fight another day. And why not? This guy, yeah, he's on his way to level 3. Now it's time for the Swarm Lord to back off. Really good engagement for Floyd. And he looks like he's judged it quite well. But the Swarm Lord is being chased. That's a Melter Bomb. And those Plague Marines are slowing it down. And in fact, it is rooted in place now because all of those snares have stacked up. That is a Zinch nuke from zeetorq. The Swarm Lord is going to go down, I believe. Signum Armor's marked target is on it. Vengeance rounds loaded in from the Stone Guard veterans. Looks like he's resigned to losing that big guy. Just as I was saying how well he was doing in that engagement, he does lose his Swarm Lord. Otherwise, though, he did really damn well. Just got set up on pretty quickly there by a whole bunch of stuff. The Ravener Alpha is level 6. Pretty cool to see a melee Ravener Alpha running around. Not sure what he's trying to do here. Puts up a Burrow Trap, which does go off and did a lot of damage to those Assault Marines. Wow. If they didn't retreat there, that Blastmaster shot might have finished them all off. Tyrant Guard now in his shield wall. Red team do have a safe power now. And look at this on the west side. DarkHero's pushed all the way up to the power, and he is raising it, and he's going to cap it. Raising it as in destroying it, that is. Lictor on the way for Floyd in tier 3. Could try and jump on the Space Marine ranged blob and do some work. He's still got Tactical Marines, Stern Guard, and Terminators as Angry Bird, and those guys got away by the skin of their teeth. They must have had well under 100 hit points, I think, with that single model, and just about got into that Phobos. 311 to 216. Great Unclean One is the choice from Cornholio. That's what he's gone for, and that will lead the line and soak up a hell of a lot of damage. They need stuff to follow it in, of course. Look at this annoying Warps of Exarch. Almost level 5 and capping a natural wreck point. Looks like he's going to finish the cap as well, because DarkHero is busy trying to shoot up some Chaos Space Marines here. Phobos trying to make its way around these mazy-like corridors on the flanks of this map. Force Commander using Flesh over Steel on the Phobos. It's now a sitting duck, but do they have enough to go after it here? Dreadnought getting shots with the Multi-Melter. Chains of Torment locking down the Force Commander. There's an Eldritch. DarkHero does get his infantry away, but does he get his Dreadnought away? I'm going to say no, because the Phobos is now no longer stunned. Yeah, it's going to go down easily. Down it goes. A nice idea from DarkHero. Tried to go after the Phobos. Couldn't quite make it happen. Great Unclean One's on the field now, making its way to the mid. And look at this from Cornholio. Gets blue team's natural VP. I think he's going to finish that cap. That's nicely done. Blue team have the better armies now, I think. They have Terminators, a Phobos, and an Avatar. Red team not far behind though. DarkHero getting another Dreadnought up. Maybe he's going to go for Assault Cannon to try and disrupt all of this infantry that's around. Great Clean One needs to be careful here because that's a lot of stuff. And it's pretty alone. Don't send it in. Tried the vomit but missed. Cornholio does finish the cap. He's almost level 3, that Plague Champion. You might want to think about that Plague Fist to help him cap mid and stuff. Uh-oh, I think that tier 3 elixir is going to go down. Yep, mark target on it, helps it go. And eat some dirt. 48 red you get for taking that guy down. Wow. Chaos Predator on the way for Cornholio. Lots of infected stuff. How did that stuff get infected? Great Clean One's miles away. Not actually sure. Was it a... No, it wasn't the Black Grade. Maybe it was the Great Clean One. 286 to 172. Blue team looking pretty strong, honestly. They've got Red team's natural being decapped as well, and they do get the decap. Warp Squad can now teleport away. If Ser Topi is paying attention here, just about gets away. That was pretty close. Burrow Trap goes off. Doing some good stuff, but they still need to push mid in a concerted force here, I think. Uh-oh. Venerable Dreadnought from Angry Bird. Not what they want to see. Great Clean One can try and go toe-to-toe with it, but that thing's going to tank a lot, and I think the Great Clean One should go after this infantry blob here. That's a good vomit. Nicely done. They are outnumbered, though. Really badly outnumbered. It was another multi-mounted Dreadnought from DarkHero. And here's a Chaos Predator, no marks, but will get shots on the Venerable Dreadnought, which is now trying to get away. Turret Guard still in play, doing some stuff. Here comes the Phobos, and a massive engagement in the mid. 286 to 126. Dirge Caster uses it a bit prematurely there. Yet another Toronto formation. That's the third one. Wow, it's doing some work. Banshees are going to go down, I think. Yes, they do. Cloud of Flies used pretty well there from the Great Clean One. And we have a Venom Cannon Carnifex. Red team are not out of this. They did a lot of damage there. Terminator's able to teleport out. Do they have what it takes to push back through the mid though? Or, oh, here comes the Plague Champion to go after the VP, and he is getting the Plague Fist up, and he's so close to level 3. Should get Armor of Pestilence, I guess, as well. zeetorq suggesting a beacon. D cannon is in the mid. Not good news for the red team at all. Phobos taking shots now from the Carnifex. It's also been shut down by Flesh Over Steel. Are they going to finish it off though? That's a melter bomb. Don't think they are. Uh-oh, down goes a Dreadnought again. I think it was actually the Warp Squad Exarch that finished it off with those power blades. That's such an awesome piece of war here. Just over 50 DPS heavy melee, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a teleporting commander. You can get on the rear armor pretty well and finish things off really well. That's an orbital. Cornholio is going to finish the cap, I think, on blue team's natural VP. Down goes another shrine. Blastmaster lives, but that's a Zinch nuke. And that's going to take out that Predator tank. Cornholio not paying attention, and down it goes. And down go those heretics as well, and now he's trying to retreat through it. And ouch, that was that turned into a really good nuke. I was going to say that was a strange place to put a nuke. We actually killed a whole bunch of stuff with it. I think it killed CSM, heretics, and a Predator tank, so that was a really freaking good nuke in the end. Red team have the 2-to-1. But from the looks of the armies, they're not going to be able to keep it for very long. zeetorq Sorcerer hits level 7 with Tome of Subjugation and Robes of Torment and that Sword of Flame. He can do so much to screw with you now. Subjugate stuff, tie it up with the robes, buff things with Coruscant Flame. His Raptor's level 4. And I think, yeah, Cornholio remarking that he's lost too much stuff in that nuke and he doesn't think they can push. And I think he's right. DarkHero wants to continue. 266 to 76. Looks like we might see one more push on the mid. DarkHero on the west side. I think he's trying to flank around from the looks of the chat. And he's going to run into a whole lot of resistance, but he might be able to shut down that D cannon, which could be really important. Cornholio taking his natural power back. The Plague Champion does have that Plague Fist, does not have Armor of Pestilence though. But just with that Pestilence Strike, you can tank so much stuff. Yeah, Floyd asking for the push, and it's time to try it. DarkHero's getting caught. Oh, that's Seer Counter. That's bad news for Assault Marines. Really bad news. These guys have power melee weapons, and they do not mess around. They are going to tear through those Assault Marines there. Yep, he's going to lose them. I think he forgot about them after he jumped. Flesh over steel on the Phobos. But is there enough to go after it? Predator tank with Lash kind of trying to do some work, but taking damage. Here is the push. Here is the attempt. 266 to 32. A vomit. There's two Carnifexes here. One of them a Thornback, I think. Yes. But taking shots on that Bright Lance. And that Phobos there as well. He needs to tie up that Bright Lance with something. Down goes the Ravana Alpha. It's a valiant effort from the red team, but I don't think they can get through here. Demonic summoning from the Sorcerer's Global Bar, and Ser Topi has managed to decap Red's natural, so now it's a double for blue team, and they will take this game with 266 VPs remaining. They have it. A valiant effort at the team at the end from the red team, but they do go down. They used their nukes a little bit better, I think, the blue team. And Angry Bird was actually really solid with his double tacks into Sternguard and that assault squad as well. That save on that Wraith Lord was awesome. But yeah, Floyd wasn't as dominant early on as I thought he was going to be with that Ravana and those triple Termagants. Couldn't get those power bashes, and Cornholio was penned back quite a lot, though it didn't really seem to affect their teching and the amount of units they got out. They went to tier 3 in good time, on pace with the blue team. They just lost more stuff at vital times, I guess. Let's have a look at the heroes. End of the game, level 7 Sorcerer, a level 8 Techmarine with that Signum, level 6 Warps of Exarch, who was really annoying, enhanced Warp Jump Generator, and improved Targeters, level 4 Force Commander. Tried to get that Power Fist working a few times, but they didn't have what it took to follow up and take that Phobos down. The Phobos did so much work. Level 7 Ravana Alpha and a level 2 Plague Champion. Didn't quite get to level 3 with that Plague Fist and Blight Grenades. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.